Yo, 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 hippie soul in the building, man. Hippie soul in the building. Alright, so what's good, yo? What's good? Like, on this video, man, I just wanna, so it's sort of like a shout out, you understand? So, like, I just wanna show some love to these people, you understand? And the reason that, like, made me to, like, create this video is because, for one, like, I'm not into it for like to be involved in it, you understand? I don't want to be involved in things that I don't know how they even started, you know? But since it came across me, since they came across my fucking timeline, then I think I'll have a word or two, you understand? And then I'll give the shout outs. So, as I was, I always go through YouTube just to check out, what's new, what's trending, whatever, you know. So as I was checking yesterday on my YouTube, I saw two specific content creators, you understand? And it was like the way their videos were put out there, it was like a back-to-back type shit, you understand? So I was like, these people, it's like they are arguing or like they are having a beef because the other one was saying like, this is a response to this other one's video, and I was like these people are actually beefing over spirituality. I understand, because both of these people, I've been watching their videos, you understand? I've been inspired by them. Like you understand, like people like these kind of people are the ones who actually help me to like take action, as far as like I've always been like a go-getter type shit, I do what I do, but as far as this YouTube thing, spirituality, whatever, like they inspired me, you understand? Because like it's an honor, it's an honor, because like I didn't know that you could actually share this kind of information with the world, you understand? Because I've always knew that like something is not right, like as a kid, I've always knew that something is missing. I've always noticed within myself that the more I grow up, the empty I become, it's like I was losing something the more I was being exposed to the world, so now as I started watching these videos, like I started to realize that thing that I lost as a kid, like for you might be that one talent that you like, which is like playing football, whatever, but for me that talent is like talking, like being able to bring esoteric experiences to the 3D world, you understand? So that everyone can understand and see that life is is much more broader than we thought, So it's like that. So like what ended up happening is that as I've been watching these people's videos, like I get to know them, you understand? Each video they post, I get to know them. I get to pick up the things that I want to like just incorporate in my whatever that I do, So these people, like I could say they are like people who I look up to, in a way, as far as YouTube and spiritual channels and whatever, spiritual talk, because I understand how hard it is to actually get yourself out there, because like this thing is deeper than like an average person can ever think, So a lot of people, more especially like, okay, let me not even include other people, because like I said, this video is just about the people who've like actually inspired me to speak on my experience, because we all have different. So like, anyway, I watched both of those videos, you understand? And I could see that, okay, these people are actually going back to back, like I thought, they are actually going back to back. So I was like, man, these people now, like, let me put it this way, I'm not taking any side, you understand? But I love how you guys settle the beef conversation, whatever you can call it. And like, I love how you guys settled it, you understand? Because a lot of people would have like told over each other, you understand? Because it's how internet is so influenced, like it's gonna influence you to end up trolling on one another, you understand? Without even thinking that whatever that y'all doing is for a bigger purpose. Now, so like, this is what is happening, right? This is what I'm observing from all of these things. Look, first of all, when I started watching like spiritual videos in general, you understand, I was already into spirituality. I was watching other big channels, you understand, other cooperates. So the information is much more saturated, until I realized that no, people who actually know this knowledge are people whom their videos receive like little traction, you understand? So since their videos receive little traction, obviously like they won't surface to a point whereby when you search for some video, like that's gonna be the first ones to pop up, So anyways, like that. But now I want us to look at the bigger picture, right? So this is what's happening. First, when it started, like it was Kiana. No, it wasn't Kiana. It was Enoch and Soul. You understand? So that's the beef that I can record, in my mind. That okay, when I started this shit, that's when, like, I started to realize that this is actually something that people can actually, bowl out for, things like I don't want to say beef because it's not necessarily beef, but y'all can actually have a real intimate like conversation about how one is actually bigger than the other in terms of like spirituality and stuff like that. So I was like, man, if y'all can go into like such arguments about just spiritual information, which is like natural to all of us, each and everyone has their own ways of looking at spirituality. So yeah, let me just put it this way. Y'all are not seeing that the universe is trying to actually make like all of the spiritual channels to actually become one. You understand? In a way, like, look at it this way. Have you like noticed like people who watch sport channels, they always like they are much more connected. You understand? They are much more connected through that type of content that they watch. You understand? So it has to happen with people who do spirituality, but it doesn't come to that point because a lot of y'all, like, you guys still trapped in your ego, and like there's no ego that's stronger than that of a person who's spiritually awakened, because that ego is much more, it has more inside energy, all of that. So it's much more manipulative, it can actually cause more damage than an unintegrated ego, So y'all gotta understand that, like, and I like how Kiana handled the conversation. I'm just gonna call it a conversation. I love how she handled it, and whatever that she spoke about, it shows that she is really spiritually inclined. You understand? She is one spiritually inclined person. Yeah. So like, yeah, shout outs to Kiana, guys, you know. And like you guys, you guys inspired me a lot, you know. So like, it's an honor, you know, it's an honor to actually talk on what y'all got going on, you understand? Because like, I'm also into it, but I'm not that into it, you know. You guys are like trying to, like, I don't know what you got going on individually, but I think if it has to go this way, like, a lot of people are gonna look at spirituality as just any other trend that's happening, you understand? And people will always like fight for whatever that's going viral type shit, you know. And I don't want like people to think that like we are politicking or stuff like that, you know, because so like, yo, anyway, I'll see you guys, man. Stop politicking over spiritual shit, man. This is all ours, you understand? Just depends on whatever the vibration and the frequency and whatever that you are interested in per se, you understand? As an individual, whatever that your spirit resonates with, that's the kind of information that you're gonna gravitate towards, you understand? So for me, it's like I watch all of y'all channels because I get the most from watching all of y'all instead of like depending on one spiritual YouTuber. You understand? That's how I am able to integrate, and that's how I know you guys. There's no way you can find this information on your own or even integrate your soul on your own without reading at least a book by somebody else or watching a video type shit. Understand? Like I said, you guys helped me to actually start sharing out this information myself instead of being in the outside and looking in like I don't know shit, you know. There are some things that I actually know that I know better than you guys, but I can never put it in that way. I can only teach you so that you can understand where I'm coming from, and I can understand where you come from. You dig? So like, it's just that, guys. There's nothing more than just that, sharing information. And like, yo, if it's about subscribers, then I don't know, because if it's about subscribers, then you're not really doing it for like the actual purpose that you blinding people to say, okay, you're doing it for, you know. Like, a lot of y'all do claim to be doing this spiritual shit to awaken people, but at the end of the day, it seems like subscribers, likes, money is what's dominant, you understand? So that shouldn't be the case, you know. What should be more dominant is that desire to awaken people, you know. Now, when it comes to arguments about subscribers and stuff like that, I don't know what y'all got going on, because like, maybe I don't understand where y'all coming from. But for me, it's like, yeah, I appreciate whatever, you understand. But I'm just gonna share it anyway. I'm just gonna share my experiences, the information that I get, because I can, you know. And I'm actually I like, on a daily basis, I have impulses to do this, you understand? So compared to other people who gonna force themselves to take their time to do this thing, for me it's a natural impulse to come and share this information. And like, when I didn't do this, like, I felt like I was trapped inside, you understand? So it's actually a liberating experience as well. So like, I'm very thankful. Like I said, it's a honor, a deep honor, you understand? So like, yo, shout outs to y'all guys. Shout outs to Enoch, shout outs to Kayla, shout outs to Spiritual Soul, shout outs to Dolo. Like, all of them. Like, there's a lot of them, understand? But like, I'm now talking about these ones that are always in argument.